Firstly, apologies for the fact that I wasn't able to make a meeting tonight, but with 181 branches meeting over a 3-week period, it's impossible for me to get to them all. I do hope, however, that I or a representative will be able to make it along to your branch AGM in January, when I hope you'll do me the honour of nominating me for the position of President, and I hope that when the election comes along in March, that you'll encourage your friends and colleagues to vote for me. There have only been 3 elections for the position of President in the last 50 years, so the fact that an election is now taking place provides us with an opportunity for discussion about a vision of what the INTO should look like and what it should be doing. There are a huge number of issues and challenges facing us, chief of which, of course, is that of pay equalisation and pay restoration. I've opposed and campaigned against all of the pay deals that led to pay cuts, pension levy, universal social charge, Croke Park hours, etc. I've argued for an alternative strategy of encouraging the trade union movement as a whole to unite behind policies such as those outlined in the ICTU's There is a Better, Fairer Way. In 2010, I campaigned against the Croke Park Agreement, and I pointed out that it included the phrase "no further pay reductions for existing public servants", and I queried whether this opened the door for pay cuts for new entrants. We were told it wouldn't happen, but it did. I subsequently campaigned against both the Haddington Road Agreement and the Lansdowne Road Agreement on the basis that they didn't make anything like sufficient progress towards ending pay inequality. The CEC campaigned strongly for all of these pay deals. Thanks to the fantastic campaigning work by the project group and other lower paid teachers, there is now a momentum building on this issue. I've worked with them and I've helped to build this momentum, and I was one of those who helped to build the very successful protest that took place outside the Dáil in June, a protest that was not supported by the CC or by the INTO leadership. A small step has recently been made in the right direction on this issue, and we now have to build on that and keep the momentum going. First step in that is to build the pay equality rally, which is taking place outside the Dáil on Thursday the 27th of October. I would encourage as many of you as possible to make it along to that. I know that it's very difficult for people outside of Dublin to get there on a Thursday afternoon, but please do your best to be there, and please encourage any teacher friends or colleagues you have in the Greater Dublin area to make it along. Thursday the 27th of October, 4:30 p.m. The achieving of pay equalisation for lower paid teachers has to be our number one priority, but it can only be seen as a step on the way towards pay restoration for all of us and towards the payment of monies owed to us, such as the Principals Benchmarking Award. And apart from pay, there are of course plenty of other issues impacting on our daily lives as teachers: funding, capitation, work overload, posts of responsibility, etc. And the defence of small schools and the easing of the workload on teaching principals in particular must be a priority. I spent almost all of my teaching career in Dublin, but I did grow up in County Leitrim, where I attended a 2-teacher school, and I actually did my dip in a 2-teacher school in Blessington, County Wicklow. I have plenty of family and friends working in small schools, so I do have some knowledge of the issues that are impacting on teachers in small schools on a daily basis. And where I don't have first-hand knowledge, I'm more than willing to listen to the experts, to those of you that are living and teaching the reality on a daily basis, and work with you to help to organise on the issues. Droichead is a hugely important issue for all of us. I've opposed the concept of principals or in-school teams signing off on probation or induction since it was first mooted in 2011. This year's Congress I proposed a motion calling for a directive against participation in Droichead, and that directive was subsequently backed by the membership in a ballot. The CEC opposed this at Congress. In the INTO and as a primary teacher rep on the Teaching Council, I'm going to continue to prioritise this issue. Any new form of probation must include a fully external evaluation and the proper remuneration and resourcing of the mentoring teams. I was one of a small number of INTO members who used the INTO disciplinary process to defend the integrity of our directive against participation in JobBridge. As a result of those efforts, the use of JobBridge for teaching positions in schools has been almost completely stopped, and the Teaching Council has recently decided that probation can no longer be completed on JobBridge schemes or similar schemes. In my over 25 years involvement in the INTO, I've been a staff rep, a branch and district committee member, serving a number of years as district chair. I've been an active and vociferous delegate at Congress. If elected as president, I pledge to be a strong advocate on all of our issues, and I will aim to encourage and support members to get involved in campaigning on the issues that affect us, and to bring a collective strength to efforts to bring about change. Thank you very much for listening to me tonight. I look forward to further engagement with the members of the branch over the coming months and years. And if you have any questions you would like to address to me, please feel free to contact me at gregorkerforintopresident@gmail.com or via my Facebook page, Gregor Kerr for INTO President. Thank you.